Well, things are hotting up pretty quickly. This video should interest 1. Ex-Jehovah's Witnesses, and 2. Jehovah's Witnesses. The Royal Commission in Australia has now got round to examining the organisation known as Jehovah's Witnesses because of their child abuse cover-up. Bless Australia. It's taken 3 years to get round to JWs because they had Catholics to deal with, etc., etc. If you go on my channel to my playlists here, on my playlists, you will see I've uploaded 4 videos, JWs, Australia, child abuse. Go to my playlists, and there's more to come. This inquiry in Australia is going to go on for the next 10 days. So there may be 20 odd videos which I'll put in a playlist exposing the court case in Australia. Now in Australia, this inquiry is being broadcast on Australian TV. Now Barbara Anderson, bless her heart, ex-Jehovah's Witness, has put this on YouTube, and I'm sharing her videos. Now Barbara Anderson, in the turn of the century, was working in Bethel, New York, and found out that 23,000 plus paedophiles who had not been brought to the attention of the police were hiding under the cover of the Watchdog organisation. So she resigned. Bless her heart, Barbara Anderson. So go to my playlist. There's 4 videos now. The current ongoing inquiry in Australia. It's ongoing. So what's going to happen from this inquiry? Well, first and foremost, the least that will happen is compensation going to the claimants of those abused by paedophile elders. Secondly, it's been broadcast in Australia. Unlike the Candice Conti case in California, which took years and years to solve, this has gone viral. And don't forget, Australia is still under the crown of the UK. The Queen is still head of Australia, believe it or not. It will set a precedent, precedence rather. We're going to see something very quick happening to the Watchtower. Can you picture yourself as a JW in Australia, knocking on doors, when people have seen this viral TV program? I think you'd kind of hide your head. The latest breaking news from the Bethel in New York: the governing body, in their breakfast meeting, admitted to the Bethelites that they had messed up and they had covered over paedophilia in Australia, and many Bethelites were disgusted. Added to the equation, Bethelites are now working in a contaminated site called Warwick, nickel contaminated, for the last few years, and gosh knows how their health's been affected. The Watchtower's coming down quickly, folks. Oh yeah, watch Australia very carefully. Check my playlist, it will be updated. They're coming down, down, down. Bless you guys down under for doing that. You've got to watch this unfold. It's amazing. So should we rejoice? Yes, we should. Ex-JWs, we should rejoice. But here's the big question. Where do we take the refugees who escape this cult to? Because many of you ex-JWs are now atheists, agnostics, homosexuals, lesbians, Trinitarians. If you're a Jehovah's Witness listening to this video, please believe that not all of us have gone out of the frying pan into the fire. We still uphold Bible standards. I'm not drawing you to me. I'm just saying to you that many ex-JWs like me and many others I can introduce you to have not thrown the baby out with the bathwater. Right? And when the watchtower collapses through bankruptcy, it will, you're going to be manic. Don't consider this equation, where do I go now? Which I did 3 years ago when I resigned. Where do I go now? You haven't got to go nowhere. Nowhere. Build up a relationship with Messiah and do this with the bread and wine as often as you like. It's not reserved for a so-called anointed class, as you've been deceived. As Peter said to Cornelius, I perceive God is not partial. But let's get back to the first equation before we progress into this, where you're going to go. The watchtower is now facing a shaming in Australia. And you have to watch this very carefully. If you're interested, check my playlist. It will be updated, and eventually there'll be a playlist of the whole court case unfolding as we speak now in Australia. It's disgusting when you look at, for example, a district overseer there being nailed by a lawyer in Australia. It's a wonderful thing to see the watchtowers being exposed finally. But like I say, our next step is to consider what help can we be realistically to sincere Bible students leaving the watchtower. Get my point? We'll consider that point later on. In the meantime, let's enjoy the collapse of this corporation that masquerades as light bearers. Check my playlist. Check my playlist. It's getting very, very interesting. It's like Messiah is overturning the tables like he did in the 1st century. And God bless Barbara Anderson for uploading these videos to YouTube, which I am now sharing. Watch this space.